free to implement this stuff, and it's a huge value add. Like a lot of these deals that we're buying, we're just marketing on these different OTAs, and like the revenue is jumping big time just by us doing that. It's free to implement, and something we do in-house. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of The Report. Today, we got some sunshine outside. I'm very excited because we got a couple weeks left of summer, and I don't know how, but Labor Day weekend is less than 2 weeks away. This whole summer is flying by. This whole year is flying by, but I'm super excited because I got a special guest today. I got a friend of mine. I got someone who works on the team. I got our Director of Investor Relations. I got my girl, Alex Johnson. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's new with you?
Not too much. Yeah, going up to Lake Chelan this weekend. Excited for that. Going to go with some of the girls and excited to be on the water. I think we're going to do like a little pontoon and maybe some jet skis. So I'm excited for that.
And going up there to host a big event with the hotel.
Yes.
Show off the new pickleball court, the new rebranding at the lodge in Lake Chelan. And yeah, you guys are throwing a really cool party who Megan put together.
Yep, throwing it for the community. So it'll be nice to kind of get plugged in and kind of open up the hotel. And I think some people have kind of been passing by, seeing the new signage. It's a smaller town, so like, you know. And
invited all the investors up there?
Yeah, we invited the investors. It was a little bit of like a shorter turnaround time for this one, and it's like a little bit tricky to get to. So yeah, we did throw it out to them, but I know that for Bodega, we're hoping we get a little bit more, you know, ahead of it and more people can come out. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous I'm not going to be able to make it, but sounds really fun and super exciting. Cool little place. You have to let me know how you like it.
I will.
And I'll have to get up there soon. Anyways, that brings us to this episode today. The 10 reasons why we are buying boutique hotels and going all in on the boutique hotel game. And 10 reasons why you should consider it. Make sure you stick around to number 10 because I think number 10 is hands down the most compelling. So let's just start with number 1. Airbnb is becoming oversaturated. There's a lot of online educators. You don't even have to own real estate anymore to get in the Airbnb game. You can do the rental arbitrage, which we see a lot of. You can do the co-hosting. And so with it becoming more and more oversaturated, it's becoming more and more challenging to make a return. Also, we're in a high interest rate environment. So it's very challenging to make a return out there in the Airbnb game. We manage probably 25 short-term rentals, and a lot of them are very challenging right now to make a return. Some of the properties we operate do good. The more unique properties, the larger ones, like my luxury property in Scottsdale does great. But the ones that are more cookie cutter are very, very tough right now to make a return. So if you think you're going to jump into the Airbnb game right now and throw some IKEA furniture in there and make a return, you should probably go back to the drawing boards and think twice about it. Second reason, Airbnb regulations are tightening in all markets around the country. We just saw what happened in New York City. They just banned short-term rentals not too long ago. And you know, here in San Diego, for example, where we live, they just slashed the supply last year from 17,000 short-term rentals to 5,500. And this trend's going to continue. You know, it's going to continue in a lot of markets around the country. And when this happens, it brings more demand back to the boutique hotels and away from the traditional long-term Airbnbs. Number 3 reason. This might be one of the most important reasons outside of number 10. We got 40 million baby boomers retiring in the next 7 years. It's estimated that 25% of the boutique hotels out there that are priced $10 million and under are owned by these retiring boomers. We bought the Black Sands Inn from a retiring boomer. We bought not the lodge, but we bought the Bodega deal, the Sonoma Coast deal back in April from retiring folks. And that's the trend right now. And so a lot of money is going to shift hands. They're calling this the greatest transfer of wealth in American history. It's about to go down. And those that are prepared for it and take advantage of it are going to win the game. And so I think it's important for the folks out there, if you're listening to this, you got to think 2 steps ahead. You got to think, okay, there's a lot of boomers that are retiring. How can I take advantage? You know?
Yep.
Number 4th reason. It's the next natural progression for all these Airbnb investors. There's so many people in the Airbnb game. And when I go to these real estate conferences, everyone's like, yo, Rich, I cannot wait to do my next boutique or my first boutique hotel. And so I believe that it's going to be the next big thing, which is why I think that it's important to get in the game now before it becomes the next big thing. Anything to add there?
No, I think we've been seeing it firsthand with the conferences we go to. They're all very, you know, they're all around short-term rentals, and I think people are eager to kind of make the shift over. So we're definitely seeing it. Yes,
100%. Can agree with you more there. 5th reason, we can force appreciation because this is commercial real estate and not residential real estate. Commercial real estate is valued based on the income approach. residential real estate are valued based on the sales comp approach. So, if you own a condo or a townhouse, your townhouse is worth whatever that townhouse is worth across the street, whatever it's sold for on a per square foot basis, generally speaking. But with commercial real estate, like boutique hotels, it's valued based on the income approach. So the more I can increase the income, the more I can decrease the expenses, the more I can force my appreciation, giving me more control during a volatile market or even a down market. I can still force my appreciation, which if you buy an underperforming property, add a lot of value. Black Sands Inn, for example, bought it from mom and pop owner, 10 units beachfront. It was doing $180,000 a year. And we took that revenue through our business plan, through our renovations and our marketing and management strategies. We took the revenue from 180 to 650 in a year. The property was bought at 1.5, and 12 months later, it appraised at 4.5. We tripled the value in 12 months because of the income approach. And so once you understand that model, it's very hard to get back into the residential game.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, number 6, economies of scale.
Yeah.
Hotels is a lot easier to scale and manage because, let's just say that same Black Sands Inn property, 10 units, 10 rooms under one roof. You got one set of housekeeping, one set of, guests checking in. Well, you get 10 sets of guests checking in, but all at one property, one set of maintenance, one set of utility bills, one set of mortgage payments, one set of headaches versus having 10 single family properties across 6 markets. You got 6 different sets of housekeepers. You got 10 sets of guests checking in, 10 sets of maintenance problems, and it's a lot harder to scale that way. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Number 7 is right now we're in a high interest rate environment. So number 7 is seller financing opportunity. The boutique hotel asset class is probably the easiest asset class out there to secure seller financing. A lot of these hotel owners bought their properties 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago on seller financing. So they're already expecting to exit on seller financing, but also you got to ask yourself, what makes a great candidate for seller financing opportunity? It is a retiring seller that is not going to be rolling their proceeds from the sale into an upleg, 1031 exchange, rolling their proceeds into another deal. They're retiring. And so they prefer the cash flow ongoing in retirement. They want to have a lowered tax burden. And so that makes a great candidate for seller financing opportunities. And we're seeing that in the hotel game. They're all over. So I like that. And, in a high interest rate environment like we are in right now, it makes it easier to negotiate your own interest rate, your own down payment, sometimes low money down, which we love. Number 8 reason. It's the BRRRR strategy for hotels. So what is BRRRR? Buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, right? And so basically it's a way for you to buy a property at a discount, renovate it, make it worth more, and then now you get it appraised at the higher valuation, and you do a refi, you get new loan proceeds from the refi, pay off the first note, and you get your down payment back. So it's a way to recoup all your down payment, all the money you put in the deal, meaning now you're left with a deal with none of your own money in it or investor money, and now you got an infinite return on investment moving forward. You can refi and roll, I like to call it. Take that equity, roll it into another deal, repeat the process. The boutique hotel game is the BRRRR strategy on steroids, I like to say, because you can buy these deals at a big discount, and there's a big delta to where we can add a lot of value. We're seeing that with a lot of deals we're doing, 2 to 3xing the value of these boutique hotels in just 12 to 18 months time frame. So exciting stuff. And then number 9, utilizing technology. A lot of these mom and pop owned boutique hotels are not utilizing any technology. A lot of them are just relying on an old direct booking website. They're not using OTAs. They're not on Airbnb, Vrbo, Hotels.com, Booking.com, Expedia, just to name a few. And so if you can come in there and utilize that, you can also market on social media. You can create your own direct booking platform, which we have, Excelsior Stays. And so there's a lot of ways to add a lot of value. And oh, guess what? It's free to implement this stuff. It's free to implement this stuff, and it's a huge value add. Like a lot of these deals that we're buying, we're just marketing on these different OTAs, and like the revenue is jumping big time just by us doing that. It's free to implement, and something we do in house. Anything to add there?
No, I mean, I feel like we're seeing a lot of our mastermind members do this as well. They're securing the seller financing. They're in it with like the BRRRR strategy, figuring out the marketing. But yeah, I think it's kind of funny because it's actually like a gold mine when you find a hotel. It's like, it's not online. It's not on any of the sites. It's not on social media. Like we get excited about that because it's perfect. Just adding those small little touches, bringing it online can add the tremendous value. So we're stoked when we see it not utilizing technology or any of the OTAs.
Yeah. Like some of our mastermind members that took down the M Solvang 24-unit boutique hotel up in the central coast of California, they utilized like 4 different loans there. It was like some creative finance, some seller finance. They assumed one of the notes, and like there's a 4th one, I forget what it was.
Yeah.
But it was like 4 different notes, all creative finance, and I was like, dude, so cool.
Yeah.
But you can do that in the boutique hotel game.
Yep.
That's just how the game works. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you're like, man, I really love the boutique hotel stuff, but I don't know where to start. We have a really badass community. We have about 50 members right now in the boutique hotel space. Collectively, we own almost 20 hotels, a lot of experience. We do 2 calls a week. It's all virtual. And we teach everything from how to source the right deals, how to find the deals, how to renovate them, how to raise private capital, and how to put these deals together and operate partnership opportunities, really the A to Z. And we do retreats, and people are just becoming friends with each other. It's really cool to see. But anyways, if you're interested in that, you want to learn more, go to hotelinvesting.com to book a free call with our team to see if it might be a fit. That said, let's jump into number 10. Hey guys, if you're as passionate about real estate investing as I think you are, you need to hear about the community I wish I had when I started investing. Hotelinvesting.com, our boutique hotel investing mastermind community, is a group of 50 plus like-minded investors all building their portfolios in the boutique hotel space. We teach everything from how to source the right deals, how to get these deals deaded up, how to raise private capital, how to manage and operate, but ultimately how to 2 to 3x the value of these hotels in just 12 to 18 months. But more than that, it's about being part of a community that pushes you to grow and succeed. So if you're ready to take your real estate game to the next level, visit hotelinvesting.com to book a free call with our team. Again, it's hotelinvesting.com to book a free call with our team. Now back to the show. This is the most exciting one. Number 10, we can operate these properties remotely. This is the secret sauce. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if you go out and buy a 10-unit boutique hotel, even a 44-unit boutique hotel, the one up at Sonoma Coast, we are going to operate this property remotely, self-check-in, self-checkout model, meaning the guests do a self-check-in, self-checkout. They don't need to go into a lobby. They don't need to like talk to a front desk lady, right? They can just get their key code, go to their door into the unit, and come and go as they please. But here's where the secret sauce comes into play. A lot of these hotels traditionally have an innkeeper suite, or they have a manager's unit where a on-site manager will live on the property. Often these are like the nicest rooms on the property. Typically they have large kitchens, living rooms, sometimes even 2 bedrooms. And we can renovate those rooms or those units, and we can bring them online for additional revenue. That drops to the bottom line, but also we eliminate the expense of having an on-site manager. So let's just say, for simple math, I'm going to whip out my calculator. Let's just say that manager was getting paid $60,000. Now that drops to the bottom line, right? And then let's just say that innkeeper suite, because it's nice after housekeeping and repair maintenance, it's going to bring in an extra $45,000 a year, right? So that's an extra $105,000 of net operating income. And if you take the net operating income, this is how commercial real estate is valued, NOI divided by the cap rate. Let's just say the market cap rate for that hotel is 8%. So you take the 105,000 divided by the 8%, and we just added 1.3 million to the property in value.
Yeah.
And that lever right there, I mean, let's just say it cost us $50,000 to renovate that unit, $50,000 to make 1.3 in equity, to force 1.3 in appreciation. That's what I'm talking about, and that's the magic sauce. That's the secret sauce when it comes to hotels and the way these things are valued. And so I think that is the play right there. Those are 10 reasons why we're buying boutique hotels. I think it's been the next big thing. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it right now.
Yeah.
But I know the 50 people in our hotel mastermind are, and we get to rip on it a couple times a week and talk shop. And I think that's the next play. So if you're talking about or thinking about getting the Airbnb game, or you're in the Airbnb game right now and you're like wondering what the next move is, you might want to consider the boutique hotel game. Go to hotelinvesting.com and you can book a free call with our team to see if we can help you and possibly get you into our community. And I think this concludes this episode of why we're buying boutique hotels. She's Alex A. Johns Johnson, going up to Lake Chelan this weekend. Let's go. I'm Rich Summers. Listeners, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.